All right, here we go again. You got Mr. Law Jones coming at you with another video. Um, I hope all is well with you all. I hope y'all staying safe, staying cool out here. A lot of stuff going on out here, but working on the 98 Chevy Suburban. Did the LS swap on it, for those that follow me. Kind of, I think they somewhere for me. Think y'all this truck here. If you're not, if you're new here, thank you. Thank you for joining my page. I really appreciate it. I did a swap on this truck here about 2 years ago. I got rid of the old 354 Tech, put a 5.3 in it. Swapped in it here about 2 years ago. It's been working out very, very well. Really like it. Way much more reliability. Fuel economy is a lot better. Everything. So today I started having some issues. Actually, over the weekend, started having some fuel pump problems, but this video going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit controversial, and the only reason I'm saying that, this truck here, in these Suburbans here, these GMT 400s, as a lot of people know as the code name through GM, 88 to 98 Chevy trucks, 92 to 99 Suburbans, two-door Tahoes, Yukons, four-door Tahoe and Yukons, Cadillac Escalade, GMC Yukon Denali, etc. This video here, actually I went on and did this here. I went on and cut an access panel in my truck. These trucks in this area here, they have 42-gallon gas tanks on here, okay? So this tank here is totally full. And average, so based off of what I kind of researched a little bit, they say every gallon of fuel, it ranges anywhere between 5 pounds to 7 pounds to a gallon. And keep in mind, this truck holds 42 gallons of fuel. So with that by itself, if you base it, the highest number being 7 pounds to a gallon times 42, that's going to make it about 294 pounds. That's a lot of weight. That's just the gas by itself. That's not including the fuel tank, anything like that. So what I ended up doing was, I ended up cutting an access panel here. I don't know why GM didn't do it. I know a lot of people, may be against this type of style, going this route here. And you have some people that's okay with this. So this is more geared to somebody who kind of do a lot of DIY type of stuff on your vehicles. If you save money or whatever, cause like I said, I know some people take the vehicles to the shop, and I take some vehicles to the shop, and then some I work on my own. But to do a fuel pump like this here, if I went to a shop, this would probably cost me like $700-800 all day long, because that's dropping the tank, new fuel pump, all that stuff, part labor, etc. So what I end up doing, like I said, I cut an access panel up in here. So if you do on these vehicles here, this is going to kind of go. So like I say, if you have a 92 to 99 Chevy or GMC Suburban, or two-door K5 Blazer from 92 to say 95, and then everything from like 96 and up was like Tahoe at that time. Still same vehicle. Like I said, if you have a two-door, like I said, you got two-door K5 Blazer, from 92 to 95, or Tahoe from 96 to 99, and then the two-door Yukons, 92 to say 97. I think that's the last year GMC stopped making their version. The tank's going to be in the back on these here. So those are only two. Now on the Escalades from that year, like 99 and 2000 Escalade, or the four-door Tahoes and Yukons, that was from 95 to 99, and then 2000 with the Denalis. The tank is not going to be over here, but you can do an access panel, but it's going to be a little bit different on the four doors. Actually on those sides there, you have to cut an access. If you decide to do that, if you want to do that type of work, you would have to cut an access panel on the driver's side of the rear seat. So basically, you lifting up the seat on the left side, you cut access panel, boom, the pump is right there. But on this one here, like I said, I'm gonna give you some measurements here, and like I said, hopefully this will help somebody out who's done this here. I've seen a few videos, some people who've done this style before, and I've seen some good videos that was real good. I think I've seen one or two that was like really detailed, and I'm just gonna kind of throw some measurements at you of what I did, just so you don't make the hole too big, not too big, and you don't need it too little either. And then most importantly, you don't want to mess with the structure part of your truck, because I do load stuff on this truck here. So when you cut this here, of course, this is going to affect the flooring a little bit. You see how this kind of like, just compromise me cutting this thing in here. But what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna put some sheet metal with, just kind of run some metal up in here, and put some self-tap screws in there, and then like I said, I can still kind of load my stuff what I need to do when I need to go to the grocery store or whatever. But anyway, there's gonna be some measurements here that I'm gonna give to you. And so what I did, how I measured this out was, this right here, this ended up coming out being 17 inches wide, and then from right here, it ended up measuring right out at a foot. Or like I said, you can actually do it like 11 3/4, to be honest with you. So you can do it from there. But the main part of it is, when you measure this, you want to measure from where at the end of the body right here, where you see how the glue is right here. You want to measure right here, and then you want to take it up from there. So from right at the top of this cut right here to right here, where this where you see this little weld there right here, that's going to be about 22 inches. Or you can do right at 2 feet. 22 will be more than enough, so you don't have to really go anything like 24 inches. You'd be really overkill, to be honest with you. And so like from here, from that same little weld line right here to the center of the pump is exactly 16 inches. So that's where you're going to get that at. And then, so like I said, you can do it from right here, so that'll give you a mark right here. Or like I said, if you don't want to do that, so that, like I said, if you don't want to do that, you can just do this here, just based off those measurements right there. That'll be more than enough. That way you can get it out. Like I said, right here, you got your return line, you had your feed, and then of course you had the other 2 plugs right here. Then everything else is just all for pressure and everything else. So, but anyway, like I said, I cut my carpet up a little bit. I didn't want to cut it all the way up. Some people just take the time to remove it. I could do the same way, but I just try to make sure I made a really clean cut on it, so that way it don't look like it's been like, so when I get ready to lay this back down, it won't look like that it's been like all hacked up and anything like that. So most importantly, when I cut this floor, I just wanted to make sure that it was a clean cut as possible, where it didn't look like a hack job or anything like that. So like I said, it's going to be controversial. Some people are going to be for it, some not, and I'm okay with that. But anyway, this is part 1 of this video. I'll go ahead and do a part 2 once I get the old pump out and install it and everything, and kind of go from there. So I'll be back with part 2. If you got any comments, questions, anything like that, reach out to me. Click like, subscribe. Appreciate all the support. Thanks a lot. All right, here we go again. This is part 2 of the 98 Chevy Suburban fuel pump replacement. And so I said I just did a part 1 of this here just not too long ago. So here I am with part 2. I did get the lines off of it. Like I said, you have a, let's get the screen adjusted here so everybody can kind of see a little bit better. There we go. All right. Okay. So so what I ended up doing was I had to take, so on these trucks here, they have so you have a feed line right here, and you have the return line right as such. So what you have to use to get this off is, so this one here, this blue one right here, this is for like a 3/8 line. And what you'll kind of do, these things kind of widen out. And what you'll normally do, like say if this line was up on here, I'm just going to kind of show you just an example. I'm not going to snap it back in place. So what I'm going to do, so what we'll do is, like, you'll just put this on here. You just put that on, and then as it get up on here, and then all you got to do is kind of circle it around, make sure that it's in there. And then what you'll do once it's in there, you just kind of like push it towards this way here, like that way, and then pull out, and then they'll come right out of there. So these blue ones here, like these little plastic ones, these tend to work out a lot better. So that's for 3/8. And this one here, this gray one right here, kind of work the same way. This is a 5/16. It kind of works the same way. You just snap it on, put it up on there, push it towards the pump, and then pull out, and then it'll come right out. This second line, this line in the center right here, that's just a vent, so you don't have to worry about anything like that. So these, you can pick these up at like a, your local parts store, AutoZone, Advance, O'Reilly, Napa, wherever you shop at. So I tend to use those a little bit better. I have this old school style right here. These here, this one here, you can pick this up at the auto parts store too. This one here don't really work out too well for this truck, but it may work out for other ones, so I wouldn't disregard it. So got that off of there. So only other thing that you have to do now, so you have like a snap ring right there that comes out of there. So most of these here, like this truck here, since it's kind of a newer truck, it's gonna have like a snap ring in there. So so let me see. Yeah, there we go. All right. So what you do is, like, if you need to get the snap ring off, is get your snap ring pliers, put in the 2 holes, put it towards you, just kind of squeeze in, and then after that, that's it. Comes right out of there. Comes right on out. That's it. So that's the ring for this truck here. Come out like that. And this is the new pump that I bought. It's a company that I deal with. They based in California. They call High Flow Fuel. I've been running their pumps in my vehicles with them, well, in this truck rather, since I had the truck about 4 or 5 years. Very great customer service. But anyway, this is the pump right here. So what I ended up doing, I ended up upgrading this time. So it came with everything here. Came with the wire harness. Like I said, brand new pump here. And this pump is a little bit different, even though it looks like it's factory style, but actually it's not. This pump here has an Aero Motor 340 pump in here, so this is going to be a nice upgrade for this truck. You can put these in 350 Vortex if you haven't even swapped over yet and you just want a little bit better pump, better reliability. You can check that out. So you see it's blue inside there, but yeah, this is an Aero Motor 340. Worked very well. So it comes as a sender. I paid like $150 for it. It came with free shipping. Like I said, customer service is really good. I haven't had no issues with their pumps. If you do have issues with them, they don't fret with you. They give you no frills, anything. I mean, when I tell you customer service is good, it's really good. I put a link down in the description of this video. But yeah, other than that, yeah, this is ready to come on out of here. So all I gotta do is just pull up on it. That's it. So got my O-ring right here. Pull it up on out of here. And this is it. So this is ready. That's all it takes. So instead of me taking like 4 or 5, 6 hours, 3 to 6 hours doing this pump, I can do this thing here in about 30, 40 minutes at best now. So that's the reason for doing these access holes in these vehicles here. I'm shocked that GM never did that. Now GM did it in later years. They did it later years in, a lot of newer vehicles and cars and stuff like this. But I wish they did it in this older stuff too, because it makes it a lot easier. Because when you go to an auto part shop, repair shop, man, they'll take you for a ride. I'm telling you, it's rough, it's terrible. But yeah, this thing here, it's really full to the top. Yeah, like I said, 42 gallons of fuel. So I knew I wouldn't finna drop this tank there, no way at all. So, but anyway, I'm not gonna ramble on. So I'm gonna go ahead and set the new pump up, get it together, drop it in, and like I said, when I do part 3, it should be up and running and go on from there. So, all right, I'll be back soon. All right, here we go. This is Mr. Law Jones. This is the last part of the video. Got everything all buttoned back up. This is the 98 Chevy Suburban fuel pump replacement. This is when I cut the access hole in it, got it all sealed up. Just got like some sheet metal here holding it in, steel top screws. And down here, this is that Gorilla Tape here. This is not the typical Gorilla Tape here. This stuff is like good for like water leaks or anything like that. The more heat it generates on it, the better it seals. I've used this here quite a bit on a bunch of stuff, and it does work very well. So yeah, I got everything up and buttoned up. I primed it up. I haven't started it up yet, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna set the camera down. I'm gonna go ahead and start it up, see what we got. Stay tuned. Let's get that button out. There we go. All right. So let me go ahead and start up, see what we got. All right, it's running. Started up, no problem. So everything seems like it's working all right. It's real quiet pump on it. Goes out like it's supposed to on it. But yeah, like I said, it wasn't too bad though. I mean, cutting the access panel was probably one of the best things I could do with this truck. I've been wanting to do it for a while. you know, like I said, I know it's kind of controversial. There's always some, you know, kind of mix vibes with it. Some people like it, some don't. But like I said, this tank here, it was full of gas, 42 gallons. There was no way I was going to drop about 300 pounds of fuel, and then plus a tank, and then, like I said, then trying to drop a tank down. I've still been out here doing it. With this whole setup here, it probably took me about 20 minutes in whole to go ahead and cut it. One thing about this panel here, you have like right back in here in this area right here, you have kind of like a little brace that kind of comes across it. So you have 2 layers. So so if you decide to do this here, you won't have to worry about cutting any lines or any wiring, anything like that. So like I said, main thing is just take your time, and everything will work out all right. So but anyway, it's running, got it hooked back up, back running. Like I said, purring like an old cat. So like I said, click like, subscribe. I definitely appreciate the support. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back with you another time. Take care and be safe.